I know that in the United States, when you say outsourcing, the first thing people think about is outsourcing to India a call center, right? And that's the only thing they think about is go to India, or as people think about China also, right? Which is so wrong for outsourcing. Okay, so India, they are good people, they mean well, they just think differently than we do. Okay. And so, I always get this, oh, but I've tried that before and it didn't work. Where'd you go when you did it? Oh, I hired a VA in India. Well, there's your problem, right? And yeah, I just offended a whole subcontinent, and I'm okay with that because I'm not going to give you guys any BS, right? So,
that's a large subcontinent too.
It is, and it's not just India. It's that region of the world. Pakistan is included in that. Afghanistan, workers from there, it's the same thing, okay? And I'm not going to elaborate a whole lot more other than to say, if your only experience in outsourcing is in India, you need to try something different. That's number one. And if you're going to outsource, if you go to India, you will come back to me and say, oh man, that was such a terrible disaster, okay? So then what is the right way to do outsourcing? And totally different than what most people think. And the crazy thing is, this is everything you ever dreamed of about outsourcing but didn't think existed. It does. So in today's society, you really need to be a knowledge worker. If you're spending time implementing tactics, if you're spending time putting up blogs or blogging or doing article marketing or creating videos to submit to get traffic to your website or submitting your site to directories or doing SEO, you are falling behind. And I will make that as a blanket statement in internet business, period. You are falling behind if you are doing this stuff on your own. Anybody who listens to this probably has enough knowledge for 3 to 4 full-time people to do the knowledge that they have in their heads. Will you guys disagree with that at all?
Nope, you're speaking right at me.
Oh, yeah.
But you can never implement that. Number one, because there's 3 to 4 people. And, if you decided to stop learning and implement it, it'd take you like 2 years to implement all that stuff, right? And then if you stopped learning, how far behind would you be in 2 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Totally impossible. So what people need to do when they're outsourcing is become a knowledge worker and understand business, understand their business, understand the processes, understand the marketing, understand the sales, understand the purpose, understand the goals, and then have other people implement that for you, right? And not just have them implement it for you, because you could have that done on Elance, but automate the implementation so that in the future, as you do those things over again, you don't have to be involved at all, right? So there's no India in implementing. There's no Elance in implementing, and there can be at times. But for the most part, what people need to do is hire a full-time assistant, programmer, SEO person, whatever it is, in the Philippines. Now, when I say in the Philippines, I mean specifically, strictly, only in the Philippines who is Filipino. Okay? I don't mean going to Eastern Europe. I don't mean South America. I don't mean in the United States. I don't mean China, obviously not India. I mean in the Philippines, period. And there are some reasons behind that. They're on it, and I'm just going to go through these very, very briefly, and because I cover this for free elsewhere that people can get. So, but basically, as a people, their culture is very different than anything else I've ever seen anywhere in the world. They're honest, they're hardworking, they're loyal, like super, super loyal. They're super well educated. They speak American English. They're not entrepreneurial. They want to make you happy. They think like Americans, which means you tell them to do something, it gets done right the first time. And since they want to make you happy, if they don't do it right, they will go figure out how to do it right to make you happy. So you don't have to go back and babysit them. It's such a different idea, such a different mindset than anywhere else in the world. And also, it's a totally different experience when you do this, when you go to the Philippines, in hiring someone to do your work for you. So, as an example, Tim Ferriss talks about, go use, brickwork or something like that in India, right?
Yeah.
Or most outsourcing courses I've seen will tell you to go use Elance to get something done. The difference is when I hire someone in the Philippines, I'm hiring that person to work for me full-time permanently. Imagine what a full-time person can do for your business, right? I mean, you guys know you have full-time people working for you in the Philippines, right?
Part-time people in the Philippines.
You have part-time. You guys got to get full-time people.
Right.
Because once you have them full-time, this is their only job. Their job is to work for you. Their job is to start understanding your business. And this is why I was able to have them build me businesses that make me $10,000 to $15,000 a month, $3,000 to $5,000 a month. We're starting another one right now that's already making $1,000 a month. We've been at it for 2 months. So, they understand everything about my business. They know everything we do is online. They understand what a mailing list is. They understand what a website is. They understand what a sales page is. They understand what a squeeze page is. They understand what a blog is. They can do all of these things now, right? And they can do them on their own now. Because they work for me and only for me full time, and I've taught them a lot. I've taught them a ton of stuff, and now anytime I want something done, I send an email, right? Send an email, and it gets done. And if it's not done the first time, I say, this isn't correct. Go figure out how to make it correct, and they go get it done correctly.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I have 6 full-time people working for me. It cost me a total of $2,250 a month. $2,250 a month for 6.
For 6
and that
people.
includes for six full-time people, and that
For
includes
240 hours a week.
right. It includes 3 very good PHP programmers, one of whom is also a very good graphical person, and then it also includes 3 content, webmaster, whatever people, one of whom speaks perfect English. And I have her writing sales copy for me now. The other one is pretty good, and I have him kind of acting as a project manager now. He's been with me for 3 years, and he understands everything, so he's kind of project managing. The other person, her English isn't so good, but I hired her because she was asking for $100 a month on her resume, full time. So,
Wow.
For $100 a month, I don't even care. You know what I have her doing right now? I have her uploading my personal pictures from my desktop to my Flickr account because I got tired of doing it.
Nice.
So she logs into my desktop every night. When I'm done working, around 4 o'clock, she asks me, "Can I get on your computer?" "Not yet. I need 5 more minutes. Hold on." Logs in. She uploads my pictures, and I don't have to do it anymore. Right? It's so awesome. So, for my people cost me anywhere between $100 a month to $550 a month full time. $550 a month for a good PHP programmer. Very, very good. Right?
Awesome.
So I hope that is kind of changes and helps people understand why what they previously thought about outsourcing is totally wrong. When you can hire someone for $200 a month who can do whatever it is you're doing. They can set up your blogs. They can write articles. They can submit the articles. They can create videos. They can do video marketing. They can do your SEO for you. They can get links. They can submit to directories. They can use MySpace and Facebook and Squidoo, and they can do those things correctly. And they can implement the MSN loophole thing, and they can implement whatever else you're learning. They can implement those things for you. And when it's going to cost you $200 a month for full-time work,
that's insane.
It changes everything, right? That totally changes how a business works, right? Communication problems aren't an issue with the Philippines. They think like we do. They speak good English. That they're very Americanized. That their whole culture is. They don't have credit cards. They're not going to rip you off. Well, my guys have credit cards now. They have my credit cards. They have all my credit card information.
Wow.
They're super, super honest, so they're not going to go and steal your hosting account, right? They're not entrepreneurial, so they don't want to go out and copy your business model. They want a paycheck from you, which is so different from an American. Right?
I know it's hard to figure that. If they know your entire business, I mean, this is a question I get from time to time about what level of information you should give your people. If they know your whole business, why don't they go out there and just copy it?